Hey everyone, how you going? Welcome to another episode with myself, Dom Warner. Today's going to be a really quick episode. We're actually going to go over some news that came out in regards to Tesla and directly in regards to the Tesla Semi actually coming to Australia. So some people may have heard already before watching this video that the Tesla Semi has been pretty much blocked from actually coming to Australia. Now, if you don't know what the Tesla Semi is, it's their semi truck that goes anywhere between 300 and 500 miles range, I believe, and carry quite large loads. So these are very big trucks that would make it into the market and really change the market as well. So it would be really exciting to see it come to Australia, but at the moment there's some hiccups, so we're going to dive into that a little bit. And the first thing I'm going to show you is actually an article that came out through Teslarati that's actually going to go in depth a little bit more into what we're talking about today. So as you can see here, this article was written just on March 23rd, 2021, so that's within the last 7 days. The Tesla Semi might find itself blocked from entering the Australian market, at least until the country's road rules are adjusted. So we'll go in depth in a little bit in that. So Australia's existing regulations indicate that trucks will only be allowed on Australian roads if the vehicles themselves are 2.5 metres wide or less. According to Australia, its Class 8 all semi-truck is between 30 and 50 millimetres wider than the 2.5 metres. So we're talking very small amounts here, like 30 to 50 millimetres. We're talking like 3 to 5 centimetres. Like we're talking a very small. We're talking like very small inches here. Now, it should be noted that the Tesla Semi conforms well with the regulations in the United States, which mandates that trucks must be 1.6 meters wide or less. So we're talking an extra whole 0.1 of a meter there, which has, and also the European Union, which has the 2.55 meter limit. So obviously, Australia is a little bit behind there. Whether it's because our roads are designed differently, I'm not actually too sure. I don't have the information specifics on that. But these regulations quite often get reviewed, especially in the United States and in the European Union, and they'll reflect, try and keep up with international standards and adjust road regulations intact with that. Now, Tesla is currently attempting to get the Australian truck rules adjusted. In a submission to the National Transport Commission's Heavy Vehicle National Law Review, Tesla noted that the country's small size would probably mean that Australia would miss out on the Semi. Now, this would be hugely disappointing because not only would it massively help the government in achieving its targets in net 0% carbon in the transport arena. It would actually make it a lot easier for them, especially I believe that a lot of the companies that are pre-ordering these trucks are not pre-ordering huge amounts. They're pre-ordering anywhere between 15 to 50 trucks, and I believe what they're going to do with this is they're going to use those trucks, give them the opportunity to get some data on it, find out whether it's increasing the margins of their profitability within the company, if it's more affordable than running diesel trucks, but also what are the logistics like. And I think once those things are worked out, when these companies realize, because I do believe they will realize that it's going to be massively cheaper and allow them to be much more competitive in their space with these electric trucks, I think it's really going to take Tesla to new levels, because I think they're going to get a huge amount of orders once these trucks are in production. Now, interestingly enough, it's not just Tesla that's requesting the changes to the country's truck width limits. Austroads, the peak body representing the country's state and federal transport agencies, advised the government in September 2019 that the maximum width for trucks should be increased by 50 millimeters to 2.55 millimeters. So that's what the European Union has. This study received a lot of support through no changes, though no changes have since been implemented since the report was posted. Now, that's interesting to note that obviously other trucking companies, other truck manufacturers are actually speaking about this as well. So it's not a one-sided thing for Tesla, especially when you think about it. If the European Union and the United States, if their regulations are above that 2.55 meter limit and we're below that, obviously people, we're not going to get, quite often we're going to miss out because, we are quite a small market, we're quite far away. The price of shipping, cars and vehicles and especially trucks down this way, and then also finding manufacturers who are actually willing to build trailers for those trucks. Even though I think most of them are universal, Tesla does have some advantages there with the side flaps that move and things like that. So there's definitely that to take into account as well. And Tesla has actually come out and said that Australia will miss out if the regulations don't adjust, and maybe in the generation 2, so the second generation of the Tesla Semi, will they actually adjust the trucks so that they can actually come here? But that might not happen as well. It really comes down to, is it worth it for Tesla? And at the moment, Tesla's producing massive amount of cars. I'm sure even if they just focused on Europe alone and the United States, they would still probably be slightly behind on production like they currently are. But they're also selling they're also selling their Model 3, their Model S, and their Model X in Australia, and it's reasonably popular. I see them all the time whenever I go out on the road for more than 10 minutes. So one thing I wanted to show is, if you don't actually know what the Tesla Semi is, this is basically what it is. So I'm going to put this link in the description so you can actually check out Tesla's website. Now, if you're watching this video from Australia, when you click on the link, it's just going to take you to the Tesla homepage, because at the moment they haven't got this page in particular open up to the Australian market. All you have to do is click on the little hamburger icon up here in the right hand corner, just scroll down, click down here, it'll say Australia or whatever country you're in, and just change it to the United States. That way you can get a bit of a preview. Now, if you do actually want to look at this for your company in Australia, there is another link that I'll put in the description where you can request a call back from Tesla, and they'll get in touch with you about potentially ordering a Tesla Semi. Now, the Tesla Semi truck is the safest, most comfortable truck ever. For independent motors provide maximum power and acceleration to require the lowest energy cost per mile. Now, with electric cars, the motors are right behind the wheels, so it makes sense that they have 4. I assume this truck probably has 6 wheels, maybe even more. It has the inside, the double ones. But 0 to 60 miles per hour, so 100 kilometers an hour in 20 seconds, 2 kilowatt hours per mile energy consumption, and the drag coefficient there. So obviously the 0 to 60 miles per hour with 80 kLB. So what's that? I'm in Australia, so I actually have no idea what that is. I'm going to put that maybe down below so we can figure that out. Speed up of 5% grade is 60 miles per hour. Now, 5% grade is actually quite considerable. That's actually a relatively steep hill. Not the steepest, but it's a relatively steep hill. The mile range is between 300 and 500 miles, so these trucks can go a considerable distance. The powertrain, obviously 4 independent motors on the rear axles, so that's on the last 6. So you'd have 1, 2, and then obviously on the other side 3, 4, and then this would be 5 and 6. So I dare say they're all on the back, which totally makes sense to put all the load on the back, especially with a truck. Now, fuel savings, they claim that you're going to save above $200,000 USD. Expected base price, which is the 300 mile range, is $150,000 and $180,000 for the 500 mile range. And it's a $20,000 base reservation at the moment. Obviously, these are all USD prices, so it'd be interesting to see what these prices actually look like in Australia. Now, obviously, it claims to have the quickest acceleration, which I'm pretty sure it does at the moment, from 0 to 60 miles an hour in 20 seconds. Fully loaded instant traction control, 4 independent motors, quick as up the grades. The interior to me is stunning. I think that's unreal. If you think about it, for a truck driver, where they sit is their office 99% of the time, so it has to be somewhere that's comfortable, somewhere that they can actually utilize. So I think they've been really smart there and taken a couple of risks in changing what is the status quo in that. And obviously they claim they have their enhanced autopilot, which is not only going to be ridiculously safer for trucks, but it's also going to be, I think regulations will eventually catch up where autopilot will, or full self-driving in Tesla's case, will allow trucks and cars to be able to drive independently without direct supervision of the driver. Should be extremely exciting. We'll do a video on that eventually too. And they claim obviously the lowest cost of ownership once you account for the savings in diesel. Okay, and obviously the video is down the bottom if you want to check out that when you click on the link in the description. Now, I just want to say a massive thank you for watching the video. At the moment, the channel, I'm trying to do as many videos as I can. Obviously through Monday and Friday I'm flat out. Saturday is my rest day, but Sunday I'll try and do as many videos as I can. I'll upload at least one on the Sunday, and then I'll upload the others throughout the week. So thanks for watching. Make sure to check the links in the description. If you do actually want to invest in Tesla, I have a link in the description for eToro, where they offer 0% commissions on all stocks that you buy. Thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Have a lovely day.